Hello everyone, welcome to another figure video. This isn't going to be 3D printed this time. I'm going to list my 5 favourite Dalek figures in no particular order, because I'm really rubbish at picking absolute favourites and it changes from time to time. So these are like my top 5 that I always end up picking off the shelf and just looking at and liking, or I've gone out of my way to get. So, as I said, in no particular order, we are going to start with this guy. Now, I've warmed to the NSDs over the years, so much so that I want to build a full-size one. But there will never be a Dalek design that, in my opinion, beats this, because it's just so simple. There's no unnecessary detail. I mean, even down to the clean shoulder section, there's no unnecessary detail. The ones before this, the actual original Daleks, I do like, but the addition of the solar slats, in my opinion, make this a better design, because it shows a progression of the travel machine or the casing. Classic series tend to refer to the Daleks as a casing. I've gotten used to Mechmasters Daleks referring to them as travel machines. But anyway, this, yeah, it's just a very, very simple design, and they are the best Daleks in my opinion. They are absolutely amazing. Now people are saying yes, but they can't hover. There are several scenes in Classic Who where a Dalek is on a raised position where there's stairs or a ladder or no visible way. Now, it's one of these cases where the show couldn't afford or didn't have the technology to show a Dalek flying or elevating. Now, I don't believe they could. I don't really agree with the way the NSDs can fly around willy-nilly. I believe it's like a divert all power to motive units and then they can hover, sort of thing. That's why they have the an anti-gravitational disc in Planet of the Daleks, hoverbouts or transsolar discs. You know, it's just because you can walk, or no, just because you can run doesn't mean you're gonna run everywhere. You want to save your energy, so that's why you have a car or a bike or anything. It's probably not a very good analogy. Yeah, but this guy's still got the elastic on him. This must be from one of the chase sets chase sets that I opened up recently. I kept them in boxes because I didn't have anywhere to display them, and I've only just recently got them out. That's why it's looking so clean. Anyway, so yeah, awesome, lovely figure. I've got probably about 8 of these, I think. But one with the flamethrower. Oh, that's the one where his arm's broken. Okay, so I need to be careful of that. You need to have a mark on you. I need to fix that. Anyway, waffling on. Moving on to, and this is probably going to get a lot of laughs. Now, say what you like about the MPT, the 2010 Daleks, the Power Rangers, the Teletubbies, whatever you want to call them, these Daleks. They've grown on me over the years. Now, this particular version I don't like because it's just out of proportion. There is, for those of you who don't know, there is another version called the True Paradigm version, which has ever so slightly altered body proportions. This is slanted, and there's a few other details as well. I've got the Crayola colours, Supreme, Drone, Scientist, Strategist, and Eternal figures. But when I saw these figures, I loved it, because this just, I reckon if they'd started off with the metallic and the dirtied up look, they would have been awesome. I mean, this is one from the Asylum, and I've got the Supreme and I've got the metallic blue. Was it Scientist or Strategist? I think the blue one's the Strategist. I can never remember. But this looks really, really good. Really, really nice. I mean, I'm not too keen on the eye being like organic, when we should have seen this thing in operation where it comes out and there's another attachment, and I wonder if That would have been cool. But as you can see by my multiverse series, I have warmed to them, so I've decided to use them in that. What would have been cool, rather than just having them phased out of existence entirely, which I think was a cowardly move, but I reckon it would have been better to have these fight the NSDs. Maybe they found a not another Genesis arc, but like a tomb of them or something, and you know, one side wins, and either these guys become their subordinates or they're just wiped out. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about that. Continuing on with different Dalek factions, the Imperial Dalek. Now, as you're aware, I've got a 3D printed version of this, and it looks a little bit better, but the Imperial is one of the look at these little stubby eye stalk. It's just a beautiful, beautiful figure. It's the cream and the gold. I do know on my 3D figure I've got to get a new filament to actually make it gold, and some gold paint as well. But yeah, it's just, I love Remembrance of the Daleks. It's one of my favourite stories, and I just wish we'd seen more of these guys, because yeah, if you haven't listened to it, the book, or read the book or listen to the audio version of the book, it actually gives more depth to these guys. They are really, really cool. I love the Imperials. Again, I don't think I think the only full-size Dalek I wouldn't want is the new Paradigm Dalek, simply because I'd never use it. If I had a mansion and like a big storage yard, then yeah, maybe. But an Imperial would be cool. They're quite a pain to make in terms of 3D. I remember when I was making mine, it was, I mean, the hardest bit on a Dalek for me is the shoulders, because it's just got to have a certain look. You've got to get the slats in the right place. You've got to make it follow the skirt, but just have a certain overhang in places. But yeah, no. Again, really, really nice design. I love the voices as well. I've got 2 of these, and I've got 3 destroyed Imperials. I've also got Emperor Davros as well. Sticking with the Imperials, we have Special Weapons Dalek. This is one of the originals from the, I think actually this might be the first version. Yeah, it is the first version, but this might be the first one I got, because the first one had, I can't really tell. I know I've got two of these, and one of them had a bit of paint missing. No, so this is probably the second one. But I don't like what they did with it in the Witch is Familiar episode, where they made this flash. That's not a light. That's where it sees, for God's sake. I mean, if you want lights, put them on the thing. And they don't speak anyway, because they're again, if you read the book, they are kind of just in their little casing, shaking away because they're so angry. They're like, I just want to kill. That's why they have to have a minder with them, because this Dalek controls that one, and if the battle goes against them, it can go, okay, I'm off, or if it dies, the control is lost. And it's, why is that so heavy? Just because that's solid. Anyway, yeah, this guy then just goes mental, but he might accidentally turn his cannon on his fellows. So, very simple figure, but it's nice that it was one of the was it the first? No, the Invasion of Earth classic and that 3 Dalek set. That was the first one. This might have been the first one with the Doctor then. Yeah, I've got 3 of these. I've got 2 of this version, and I've got 1 of the speaking ones, which the battery's gone down on. I'm not sure if I'd ever have a full-size one of these either, because You can't do much with them, unfortunately. You can't. Oh, if you keep with the story, they don't talk. So unless you're just following an Imperial around all day, and you could fit a hell of a super soaker in there, though. Firing bloody grenades at people. Okay, and lastly, right. I know I said that I don't really have a favourite, but this one probably would be my favourite if I had to list one. Now you're thinking, hang on a second, that's just Dalek SEC. No. This is a custom Dalek SEC, because you'll notice he doesn't have the fat skirt. This is a repainted slim Dalek, which are becoming more common now, thankfully, with the B&M sets. But yeah, I love this guy. Look how shiny he is. He's absolutely gorgeous. Dalek SEC is my favourite new series Dalek. It's simply because he is Dalek SEC. And it was a complete waste when... I mean, the Evolution of Daleks in Manhattan was a good story. Completely wrong Dalek tactics. Daleks would never do that. They would never fail like that, because they're geneticists. They would know how to stabilise mutations. If they wanted to, they could go and find a new, like an abandoned place full of raw resources, but they would also be aware of changing the timelines, because that's one thing New Who doesn't really do. It doesn't consider causality and stuff. It kind of pretends to, but in Evil of the Daleks, they blew up Max Dubois' house to rid any evidence of Daleks, so that the humans would not be aware of Daleks, because humans can't be aware of Daleks, and this is why New Who screws things up, because in 2150, that is when the Daleks invaded. Now, if the humans are aware of Daleks and NSDs, which are more advanced than the Daleks that invaded Earth, bloody emails. If the humans were already aware of Daleks, then they'd sort of be prepared for them. Granted, the tactics they used in Invasion of Earth, there really wasn't much defense against. Plague, asteroid bombardment, and then invasion. But anyway, enough about that. If you want me to do if you want me to do a video about my opinions of Dalek stories, then I will. Although it will be a lot of rambling. But yeah, I'm really glad I got this guy. The paintwork on him is really nice, and the fact that the hemispheres and the shoulders and everything are shiny, but the skirt section is matte. It's well, a little bit of shine to it, but it looks really good. So these are my favourites, with Dalek SEC kind of outshining these guys a little bit, but not by much. Let me know what you think, your thoughts. What's your favourite Dalek figure? What's your least favourite? Do you want me to do a least favourite figure? Because that one would be actually harder than this, although I know instantly now which one would be like I could do a whole video about. Anyway, yeah, so let me know in the comments if you'd like to see my other figures. I've got figures for obviously the Doctors. I've got Cybermen, various like companions and monsters and stuff. It's mostly Daleks, but then I've also got like NECA alien figures, Predator figures, Stargate figures, Transformers, Gundams. Got some Hot Toys. Could do a video about my Clone Troopers. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I will add it to the list. Thank you very much for watching.